Alright guys, I'm here with another video, and today I decided that I'll just go ahead and use the ideas that I've had in the back of my head for a while and just put out some videos for you guys, since these aren't videos that I'm making videos that I feel like they're known but not known to a great extent, I guess. I'll say it that way. But nothing really crazy. This video I'm just going to be going over the Startrail and how I set up my Startrail. Alright, so the first thing I'm just going to go over, since it's already opened, is the star path. And for the star path, what I have is I have the maxed tiger rating. The only reason this one is maxed is for the coercion. I want that 52 coercion, especially when I play mages. It's just useful. So, but on Oster, I feel like it's slightly less effective since you don't really use the full extent of coercion, although it is still effective. And I would probably still max it, so yeah. Then I have the dragon. The reason my dragon isn't max is just because I don't really want to spend 12 eyes for the 1% execute damage currently. Because if you know how you get eyes, you get them from redeem crystals, or you get them from the guild training shop, which takes away the chance of getting red dragon scrolls or war mount. So I'm skipping this for now, although for those of you who have the resources for it, I would go ahead and max this as well. The rat trail is good, but the reason I stop it at 4 gold stars and don't really push for higher is because it gives no more crit damage. The only difference at max level is it gives a little more crit rate and a little more break, and then I could do this next upgrade for 400 attacks a boss, although that won't have too big of an increase or too much of a change. Although that's if you have the extra resources and you just want to go ahead and do it, you can do it. I can, but for now I'm saving them for something else I'll show you guys later. And then the rest are defensive trails, which I do not really care about, so I skip those. This is by far the worst defensive trail in my opinion, unless you're a priest, because it gives defense percent, heavy, and boss damage reduction. While boss damage reduction and heavy are both very good for PvE priest, I feel like this is just a waste of resources as a DPS. Because if you're a DPS, I feel like tenacity and crit damage reduction would be a little more beneficial in the form of it works in PvP. And then Indomitable also works in PvP, and then Wormhole damage resistance as well in this one. So I feel like those two would be better defensive trails to go for than the last one, although it doesn't really matter because I don't really care about the defensive trails that much. Next, I'm going to go over the Nebula rating, I believe it's called. So what we've got here is 4 gold star Leo Miner. The reason is because once you go to 4 gold stars, it stops getting damage percent, and then the next upgrade is 60 attack for all of those resources, which is ridiculous to me. So we don't max that unless you really want the 60 attack, but it's not stressing it. Then we max the firewall because firewall is the strongest Nebula skill that they have here. Other than that, it gives 220 damage, 4% damage. So 220 attack, my bad. So yeah, Ursa Minor, firewall, good skill. Then the Cygnus rating, the goose, duck, whatever it is. I only really get this for the assault. I don't really care about the damage X much because damage X is a very common stat to get, and I don't really stress it too much, so I'm really not working on this. But like when the raccoon roulette comes around and I gain more points, this is what I'll upgrade. Although if you don't want to upgrade the damage X and attack and you want to put in a little bit of a defensive trail, the one that I would go for is the Delphinius Dolphin. The reason is because the Delphinius is basically the equivalent of Leo, but for damage reduction. So yeah, that's the Nebula trail. You can get like the revive for the thorn, but not too game changing. Plus revive interferes with the delay death soul pros a little bit, so I avoid that. And this, I think one of these gives attack, thorn, I believe, yeah, thorn, but not that attack isn't gonna make or break your gameplay in my opinion, so I just skipped that. Then the front star trail, max damage to boss. Max Volans because it gives damage to boss execute and high HP, although all 1%, it gives a high bound of attack as well. I maxed the Corvus for attack because it gives a lot of flat attack. The life shield doesn't really matter. We maxed the Dorado for the 9% execute damage, low attack, that's alright, the execute damage carries. We maxed Pavo for the 9% high HP, it doesn't give attack, but that's alright because the HP is really good. And then we max Ophiuchus, or however it's pronounced, for 9% debuff damage, 72 attack. And then for the last upgrade, I have Canis Major for the debuff damage. Only up to debuff damage, because after the debuff damage, it doesn't give anything that you need. So this is actually what my next upgrade is going to be. I'm going to get this soon. I'm not really rushing it, not really stressing it, because it's not too crazy in the Startrail. I don't see any new Startrails being added anytime soon, although if it comes, I will prepare for those accordingly. And then the only other trail option for DPS, in my opinion, is this one for accuracy 9%. This is really just a PvP trail if you really want to be a PvP priest killer type of vibe. But for me, no thank you. And yeah, that's my Startrail video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one.